I welcome everyone to yet another session of Bhagavad Gita as it is. We will learn the shlokas and try to understand the meaning of the shlokas with relevant examples and try to apply Bhagavad Gita in our day-to-day life. Okay. So, can we have one volunteer do the prayers? Can Ashutosh please recite the prayers? Ashutosh and Krishna, anyone who's available? Okay. Can we have Aditya or Varun do the prayers?
Vrinda.
Okay, Vrinda, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Om Jnanatimiranyasya Nanjagaladaya Prakshuramnidannayana Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swamini Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Godavani Vacharine Vishesha Sunyavadi Vastate Jesadarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shari Gaura Bhaktivinoda
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare.
Okay, very good, Vrinda. Thank you so much for starting the class. Okay, so here are the verses we have done so far. We have done a lot of verses, and can I get some volunteers to do Yada Yada Hi Dharmasya? Can anyone please recite?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Ashutosh, go ahead.
Yada Dharmasya Bharata Avnitanam Dharmasya Tatmanam Shrijamyaham.
Very good, Ashutosh. Thank you so much for that.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Mataji, can I go?
Yes, Asra, go ahead.
Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirvavati bharata abhyutanam dharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham. Thank you, Mataji.
Very good, Asra. Excellent. Anyone else?
Hare Krishna Mataji, can I do verse 4.6?
Yes, please.
Okay. Ajopi san avyayatma bhutanam ishwaropi san prakritim swamadhisthaya sambhavamyatma mayaya.
Very good. Good job, Aditya.
Can I see the translation?
Yes.
Though I am unborn and my transcendental body never deteriorates, and although I am the Lord of all living entities, I still appear in every millennium in my original and transcendental form.
Beautiful. Good job. Very nice.
2.41.
Yes, please.
Vyavasayatmika buddhi ekeha kulinandana bhaushaga hirantasya buddhayo vyavasayinam.
Very good. Very good. Anyone else would like to pick any verse and recite?
Vinda.
Yes, Vrinda.
I'm wearing sari Mataji. Yavanarta odapane sarvata sabluto bhake tabam salveshu vedeshu yavanasya avijanadaha. Thank you, Mataji.
Very good. Good job, Vrinda.
Hare Krishna Mataji, can I say Jainasmin?
Yes, of course, yes.
Jainasmin yatadehe kaumayam yaumanandara tatadehantaravratye Namuyati.
Very good. Good.
And can I say Imam Vivasvate Yogam?
Yes.
Imam Vivasvate Yogam Prokta Vanama Vyam Vivasvamana Rebraha Manor Isva Pavit.
Very good. Good job. Excellent.
Hare Krishna Mataji, can I say 3.21?
Yes, Anmol.
Yadyatacharati shestha sakadeva tarodjanaha saya pramana kurute lokastadanavartate.
Very nice. Excellent. Good job. Who else do we have? So,
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
yes, Krishna.
Is it fine if I do 3.27?
Yes, please.
Prakrite kriyamana gunai karmani sarvasaha ahankara vihudatma kartam ham iti manyate.
Very good, Krishna. Very nice. Very nice.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, can I try? Traigunya Vishayavede.
Go ahead.
Traigunya Vishayavede. Nistraigunya Bhavarjuna. Nistraigunya Bhavarjuna.
Yes, go ahead.
Nidwando no. Right?
Very good. Good, Ashutosh. Aditya, are you trying to say something?
I don't think that's me. I think it's Varun.
Varun, are you trying to say something?
No.
Okay. Okay. So, any of the first timers would, if you're aware of any of the verses, would you like to try? Otherwise, it's okay. In case you're aware of any of the verses. Okay. So, thank you.
Is it okay if I do 4.8?
Yes, please. Yes.
Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya chadushkatam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge.
Very good, Siddharth. So thank you for starting the class today. So that's the verse we will be learning today. And I know it's a very popular verse. Most of you know this verse. I think everybody knows this verse. So we'll get into the details of this verse very soon. Anshu, do you want to say anything before we go ahead? Okay, Anshu's on mute.
No.
You're not on mute. You don't want to say.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. Let's go ahead. So we just had Siddharth recite Paritranaya Sadhunam. So for the benefit of everyone, let's all do it together. This is Bhagavad Gita 4.8, a very, very famous verse, wherein Krishna talks about his descent. So please repeat after me. Paritranaya sadhunam Paritranaya sadhunam Paritranaya sadhunam Vinashaya cha dushkritam Vinashaya cha dushkritam Vinashaya cha dushkritam Dharma samsthapanarthaya Dharma samsthapanarthaya Dharma samsthapanarthaya Sambhavami yuge yuge Sambhavami yuge yuge Sambhavami yuge yuge Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam
परित्राणाय
दुष्कृताम्
धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे Very good. Okay, and the translation is to deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants
to annihilate the miscreants
as well as to re-establish the principles of religion. I myself appear millennium after millennium. Very good. So let's look at some keywords. You see the word sadhu. What does the word sadhu mean? A devotee, a saintly person, a sadhu. Okay. Vinashaya. What is nasha?
Annihilation.
And yeah, destruction, annihilation. So vinashaya is annihilation. Dushkritaha. What is sukrita? Can anyone say what is sukrita?
It's like pious or like
Yeah, people who do good, right? Sukrita. Krit is to do, action, and su means something positive, something good. So the opposite of that is dushkrita. So anything bad, you begin with dush. So it is dushkrita means miscreant. So people who perform bad actions are miscreants. Okay? And sambhavami. Sambhavami means I appear. So Krishna is saying, I myself appear millennium after millennium. Yuge, yuge. I appear millennium after millennium. So let's see what Krishna is saying exactly in this verse. So he says he comes for 3 reasons. What are those 3 reasons? To deliver the pious, to annihilate the miscreants, and to re-establish the principles of religion. So we saw the meaning of dharma previously. Can anyone tell me the meanings of dharma that you remember of?
religion,
Religious principles. Then
occupational duty,
very good. Occupational duty. You've all been very attentive. Very nice. Someone said something.
Mataji.
Okay. Yes.
I said righteousness.
Righteousness. Very nice. Very nice. Good, yeah. Very nice. Okay, so intrinsic property, that which sustains, righteousness, religious principles, religious duties, all these mean dharma. So whenever principles of religion go down, Krishna comes to re-establish those principles. Okay, so he gives 3 reasons in this verse. What he does when he appears. Okay, so in the previous verse we saw yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata. That's what we saw in the previous verse. Whenever there is a problem with religious principles, Krishna is surely going to come. But then what does he do once he comes? He does 3 things. One is he re-establishes religious principles, he protects the pious, and he delivers or he annihilates the miscreants. Okay, so these are the 3 things that Krishna does when he comes. So, in the previous verse, we saw that Krishna appears whenever there is a predominant rise in irreligion and there is a problem with people keeping up religious principles. And we saw the real meaning of religion is to develop your love for God. So when this principle that is there, inherent in every living entity, goes down, at that time Krishna appears. And not only that, Krishna sometimes he appears, sometimes he sends his representatives, or sometimes he sends his servants. So depending on the situation, Krishna himself appears, or his incarnations appear, or he can send someone he trusts to solve the problem. So this is what we saw in our previous session when we discussed Yada Yada Hi Dharmasya. So this verse talks about three things. Paritranaya sadhunam. So now tell me, what is Paritranaya sadhunam? Can you tell that in English? What is Paritranaya sadhunam? You can look at the keyword sadhu and you can tell me the meaning of Paritranaya sadhunam.
To protect his devotees.
Yeah, I think sadhu means like pious people.
Yeah, to protect his devotees and the pious people. Very nice. Vinashaya. Yeah, go ahead.
It's Anshu. So, like, calm people, like, who don't know about, like, bad things. Like, like, bad things means, like, things that are not used in Krishna consciousness.
Very good, very good. Very well said, Anshu. Very nice. Good. Then let's see about Vinashaya cha dushkritam. What is that?
To annihilate the miscreants.
Very good. So we saw Nasha, Vinasha, and then we saw the root word dushkritam. Yeah, to kill the demons and the bad people. Yes, very good, very good. Miscreants. And the third factor why he comes is dharma samsthapanarthaya. So what is dharma samsthapa?
Reestablish religious
principles. So you get these 3 points, right? So to protect the pious, annihilate the miscreants, and to re-establish religious principles. So these are the 3 reasons why Krishna comes. Now let me ask you all a question. Among these 3, which do you think is the most important? He comes for 3 reasons.
What's the question?
The question is, which do you think is the most important among these 3?
Protecting his devotees.
Very good. Why do you say so?
Because the devotees is like more precious to the Lord than the Lord is himself.
Very nice, very nice, very nicely said. Anyone else has any more realizations they want to say? Which is the most important and why?
I will add on to that because it's important to like understand that there are like and people who do good. So people like we need to know the difference. So that's why.
Okay. So people who do good, Krishna comes personally and he takes care of the people who do good. And we should know the difference between good and bad people. So Krishna comes to point it out. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah. Yes, Mataji.
Very nice, Anshu. Very nice. Any more realizations? Okay. Very nice. So actually, yes, there are 3 reasons why Krishna comes. But specifically, the major reason why he comes is to give pleasure to his devotees, to come and associate with the people who love him. Okay? The first and the most interesting thing for Krishna is to come and be with the people he loves and play with his friends and enjoy with the people who cherish him the most. So that is the major reason why Krishna comes. And therefore, the first reason, Krishna's priority is always protecting the people he likes. That is his priority. And in the meantime, he takes care of destroying the miscreants. And he also reestablishes religious principles as a secondary duty. Okay? So therefore, the example is given of Krishna's appearance. So, Krishna, it appeared to everyone that Krishna just appeared in the jail to Vasudeva and to Devaki just to destroy Kamsa. Okay? It looks like that because Kamsa was creating so much problem. So it appears Krishna appeared and then Krishna took care of all the demons and he finally killed Kamsa. But actually that is only the secondary reason. The primary reason is because his parents, Vasudeva and Devaki, they were intensely praying to have Krishna as their son and they wanted to be with Krishna. So therefore Krishna came to give pleasure to his devotees. That was the primary reason, and in the meantime, he took care of some demons. Okay, so the primary reason of the Lord's descent is to actually give pleasure to his devotees. Anyone knows the meaning of avatar?
Incarnation.
Incarnation, yes.
Incarnation form.
Incarnate means what? What is the meaning of incarnate?
I'm in a different form.
Yeah, to take a form. Yeah, yes, to take a form. So incarnation and to take a form. Avatar means to take a form or to incarnate. That means the Supreme Lord, who's in the spiritual world, he descends. He takes a form and he descends to this world to come and interact with us, because that is his priority. He wants to come and he wants to take association of us. So therefore the Supreme Lord, who's there back in the spiritual world, that is so nice, that's so infinitely wonderful. He descends, he takes a form and he comes to the material world to come and be with us. So that is the meaning of avatar. Okay, so you see in this picture on the left hand side, you see a glimpse of the spiritual world where everything is very beautiful, and Krishna, he comes, he himself comes, or he descends down through his various incarnations that you see in this picture. So can you name some of the incarnations in which Krishna comes?
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, very nice.
Varaha.
Varaha,
Parshuram.
Parashuram, Rama, Narasimha. Very nice, very nice. Yeah. So Krishna comes through various incarnations from time to time. Sambhava means yuge yuge. From time to time you see Krishna comes. Either he himself comes or he comes through various incarnations. So Krishna himself, this two-armed form of Krishna holding a flute, does anyone know how often he comes?
Every 5 or millennium or 5,000 years.
He came 5,000 years ago, but how often does he come?
Who
Does he come?
Yuga?
Can you hear me?
Once every Yuga, Mataji?
Yes, once. Very good, very good. Yes, once every, no, it means once in a day of Brahma, actually. It's not that Krishna comes every Dwapara Yuga. It's not true. Krishna comes only once in a day of Brahma, that is trillions of years. Okay? So recently, actually, Krishna came just 5,000 years ago, as she said. He just came 5,000 years ago. We are all very lucky. Krishna just came recently. Okay? And the other forms of the Lord, they also come from time to time. But Krishna's appearing in this world is very, very rare. Okay? Now, you all mentioned some incarnations like Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Rama, Parashurama. Like that you mentioned many incarnations. But we understand that those are not just the incarnations that we hear in the Dashavatar. So in the Dashavatar you mentioned Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, like that, right? So there are more incarnations. It's just not the Dashavatar. In different scriptures, many incarnations are mentioned. So the varieties of incarnation include Leela incarnations, which is the Dashavatar as we know. And there are also different types of incarnations like the Purushavatar, Shaktaveshavatar, Manvantara avatar, like that. There are plenty of avatars in which Krishna comes. So this original person, he descends down in various forms from time to time just to re-establish various principles, religious principles, annihilate the miscreants, and also give pleasure to his devotees. So can you think, what is the meaning of Shakti Avesha Avatar? Can anyone tell me what is Shakti Avesha?
Shaktivish avatars are avatars that get their power from the Lord, but they're not the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Very good, very nice, very nice. So basically, Shakti Avesha means Krishna, he empowers a jiva, he empowers a personality to come and perform a certain function. So in our previous class, we talked about one Shakti Avesha avatar. Can anyone think, tell who he was?
What, Mataji?
Buddha.
Buddha.
Buddha. Yeah, in our previous class, we spoke about one Shaktya avatar, and that was Gita. So from time to time, either Krishna comes, or he will send his representatives, or he will empower someone to carry out a specific function. Anyone knows how many incarnations are mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam? Is it 10 or is it more than 10?
More than 10.
Any number you remember of? How many incarnations are mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam? You want to take a guess?
15?
Okay, that's good. That's a good guess.
21.
21 is close. 32, okay. Okay, very nice. Nice guesses. See, it's almost 24 to 25 incarnations are mentioned in the beginning itself, in the very first canto. And then you have further incarnations as you read the Srimad Bhagavatam. So therefore, we understand that there are so many incarnations of the Lord. The Lord's incarnation is like the waves of the ocean. There are unlimited incarnations of the Lord. The Lord can come anytime, at any place. Okay, whenever and wherever. Remember, yada yada hi dharmasya. We learned whenever and wherever there is a decline in religious principles, Krishna comes. So the number of incarnations are like the waves of the ocean. So there are plenty of incarnations. Okay, it's just not limited to 10. So Krishna, from the spiritual world, he descends down, he takes a form to come and interact with us. Now that I said there are plenty of incarnations, can someone tell me, how do you identify if an incarnation is a real incarnation or that person is a cheater, he's a bogus? Because we have so many people who call themselves as God. So how do we know if a person is truly an incarnation or not?
It's already stated in the script.
Perfect. Very good answer, Asura. It's already stated in the scriptures. Any more methods of identification you can think of?
Hare Krishna Mataji. It's already stated in the scriptures that the Lord, which incarnation the Lord is going to descend. And also he has marks on his hands and his feet. That will tell you.
Yes, very good. Very good. He has special marks on his hands and feet that belong to Vishnu or to the Vishnu Tattva. That is one method. The other method is all valid incarnations, all authentic incarnations of the past, present and future. Remember, even future is definitely mentioned in scriptures. So that is the way. Scripture is the source. So just by knowing the scripture, we can understand who is the real incarnation or not. Okay, because in today's world, there are so many people calling themselves as incarnation. On the streets, you can find hundreds of people saying, I am an incarnation of Krishna. In India, if you go, you'll find so many bogus people. So how do you know? How can you verify? The best method of verification is to refer to scripture. So just like how we saw, Srimad Bhagavatam has all the list. It even has the list of the future incarnations. Not only that, they carry special markings on their hands and feet. And there is another method. Okay, now this is a difficult method to identify. So the third method that is mentioned is by seeing the kind of activities the person performs. Like for example, Krishna, when he was 7 years old, he lifted, what did he lift? With his pinky.
Govardhan Mountain.
Govardhan Mountain. So just imagine the size of Govardhan. Okay? And he was only 7 years old. And with his little finger, which is considered as the weakest part of the body, this little finger, he lifted Govardhan hill and he stood there for 7 days. Okay? Certain things only God can do. So Krishna, he exhibited this kind of power when he was there. In fact, Krishna killed Putana when he was just a baby of a few days old, So certain things can be done only by God. Not everybody can do that. So therefore, we can identify an incarnation by different methods. Now, there is a problem with this because there are many people with a lot of mystic powers. There are many people, they can manifest something with their hands, they can show you some magic, they can do something that is a miracle to us. They can do a lot of things and claim themselves as God. But however, we should understand that these things, these small manufacturing things out of air, or showing some little magic, all these things are called as siddhis. Now siddhis means mystic powers. So some people, by the practice of certain kinds of Ashtanga yoga, yogic processes, they can attain powers or siddhis. So this doesn't mean that they are God. Okay. Again, the scriptures talk about the different kinds of siddhis or different kinds of mystic powers that one can attain just by practice. So, therefore, just having mere siddhis doesn't make one God. Krishna is Krishna and nobody can become God. God is God from the beginning to end. From when Krishna was a baby, he was God till he spoke the Bhagavat Gita. He didn't have to practice or develop powers to become God. So we should be very clear when someone comes and says nation, we should be able to identify whether it is true or not. Okay. So the best method of identification is of course scripture. Okay. Also you can check the special markings of Vishnu on the hands and feet. And finally, you can see the kind of activities that he performs to check if a person is really God or not. So now we don't have to worry about it because we have the Bhagavatam, we have the list of incarnations, and we know that the recent incarnations are all gone, and the next incarnation who's about to appear towards the end of Kali Yuga is, any guesses? Who's the incarnation who appears? Kalki, very good. Kalki, very good, very good. So Kalki is the incarnation who appears towards the end of Kali Yuga. However, you don't have to feel very sad because the empowered servants of the Lord keep appearing from time to time. So we saw that in our previous session. Lord doesn't have to come personally all the time. He will send a son or he will send a servant from time to time to re-establish religious principles. So we are all in safe hands, so there's nothing to worry. Okay? Now, I'll ask you a question. Why does Krishna or God have to come personally to save? Right? Sometimes we see that he takes an extra effort to come and personally save his very dear devotees, very, very close devotees. We saw the primary reason why Krishna comes is to take care of his devotees. That is the primary reason. This re-establishing religious principle, all that is secondary. But sometimes we see even for the sake of an elephant who cried out for help, Krishna came running down personally. So can anyone tell me why Krishna has to do this?
Because he loves us. Yeah.
Yeah,
Since the devotees love Krishna, he loves us, so whenever.
So isn't that very nice? Krishna is very, very sweet. He's very, very personal, right? He's a person. He has a lot of emotions. He has a lot of feelings. He loves us so much. So when there is a problem for a devotee, Krishna personally comes to rescue that devotee. So there is a story of Akbar and Birbal. How many of you know who Akbar and Birbal is?
Yes, me.
Good. Very nice. So you might have read in Indian comics these characters called as Akbar and Birbal. Akbar was a king and Birbal was his minister. Birbal, the minister, was very, very wise and he always had answers to Akbar's questions. So once Akbar, he called Birbal and he asked Birbal, "Oh, you Hindu gods, you and your stories, your stories are filled with such crazy stuff. Your God comes personally running to save an elephant. What kind of God is he? If he's all powerful, if he's omnipotent, just sitting there in the spiritual world with the flick of his hand, he could have just protected that elephant and killed that crocodile. Why did he have to go running down all the way, Isn't he crazy? Can't he just send his servant to do his job? Why did he have to go? So
because he
question. Oh, yes, tell me Anmol.
because it was his son, and then he jumped into the water. If it was he didn't send his guards because he loved that person.
Yes, nice. Good, good. So that's the story that I'm about to say. Very nice. So when Birbal was asked like this, Birbal thought it's not easy to give an answer to Akbar in words. Rather, I should show him why Krishna comes down personally. So what he did was, Birbal, he made a wax doll of the son of Akbar and he put it inside a pool where Birbal was sitting. So when Akbar saw this wax doll falling inside the pool, he really thought it was his son. He thought that his son is drowning and he jumped inside the pool to go and rescue his son immediately. Because that is the natural instinct of a father, right? He thought his son was drowning and he jumped into the river to take up his son. But actually it was a wax doll. But he jumped inside instantaneously. And then Birbal told Akbar, why did you jump inside? You had so many servants around you. Your servants could have gone and rescued your son. Why did you have to go? Then Birbal got his answer. Because it was his son. He loved his son so much, so immediately he had to jump and rescue his son. Okay, so with this story, Birbal was able to explain to Akbar, come and take the association of his devotees and protect his devotees. So therefore, Paritranaya Sadhuna, that is the primary reason why Krishna appears from time to time. Okay? Any questions or any realizations you want to share about Krishna coming, Krishna descending, his incarnations descending? Yeah, okay. So then let's revise the verse. We can take turns. Anyone wants to go ahead? Please recite the verse and the translation.
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Ashutosh.
Yes, Ashutosh, go ahead.
Paritranaaya sadhunam vinashaya ch dushkritam dharma samsapanartaya sambhavami yuge yuge, to deliver the pious and annihilate the miscreants, as well as to re-establish the principles of religion. I myself appear millennium after millennium. Hare Krishna.
Very good. Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.
Very good. Yes.
Paritranaaya sadhunam vinashaya ch dushkritam dharma samstapanartaya sambhavami yuge yuge, to deliver the pious and annihilate the miscreants, as well as to re-establish the principles of religion. I myself appear millennium after millennium.
Very nice, Varun.
Hare Krishna Mataji, can I recite this verse in the translation?
Yes, Aditya.
Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya ch dushkritam dharma samstapanartaya sambhavami yuge yuge, to deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants, as well as to re-establish the principles of religion, I myself appear millennium after millennium.
Very good.
Hare Krishna Mataji, can I try to recite this verse?
Yes, Anmol.
Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya ch dushkritam dharma samstapanartaya sambhavami yuge yuge, to deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants, as well as to re-establish the principles of religion, I myself appear millennium after millennium.
Very good.
Hare Krishna Mataji, can I try?
Yes, Asra.
Paritranaya sadhanam vinashaya ch dushkritam dharma samstapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge, to deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants, as well as to re-establish the principles of religion, I myself appear millennium after millennium. Thank you, Mataji.
Very good. Anshu, Siddharth, Vrinda, everybody. Go ahead.
Vrinda wants to go.
Yes, please go.
Pavitraya sadhuna sinada chatardasa sarvatham sapanataya
Sambhavami.
yuge yuge.
Tell the meaning. Krishna comes
to kill the demons,
protect
the sun,
protect the devotees. Yeah.
protect the devotees,
And also re-establish principles.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. Advait, is it?
Yes, Mataji?
Yes. Do you want to recite?
Okay. Pavitraya sadhuna vinasaya chatukchitam dhammasam sarpanapayo sambhavami yuge yuge. To deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants as well to re-establish the principles of religion, I myself appear millennium after millennium.
Very good. Siddharth?
Paritrānāya sadhūnām vināṣāya ca duṣkritāṃ dharma samsthāpanārthāya sambhavami yuge yuge. To deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants, as well as to re-establish the principles of religion, I myself appear millennium after millennium.
Very good. Krishna and Ashutosh?
Mataji, I already said.
Oh, okay. Krishna? Okay.
Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. To deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants, as well as to re-establish the principles of religion, I myself appear millennium after millennium.
Very good. Did we cover everyone? Am I missing anyone? Anshu, did you finish?
I don't want to say it right now.
Okay. Who else is there? I hope I covered everyone. One more finished. Okay. So if we have covered everyone, we can end the call. Thank you all so much for joining our session today. And we will meet you next week with the next important verse of Bhagavad Gita. Okay. Meanwhile, whenever you learn to recite the verses, also try to understand the meaning, because the meaning is very, very important. Okay. We'll end the call. Vancha kalpatarudescha prasasandhutyevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai. All glories to the Asana. Thank you all so much.
Jai.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.